So let us go ahead. This is the syllabus. You can read here, Unit 1. Each unit will be distributed into 15 lectures. So similarly, here Unit 1 is also having 15 lectures. So this is the syllabus, properties of nuclei. Now when we say nuclei, it is a plural. Plural of what?
Nucleus.
Right.
Nucleus.
Right. Nucleus. One minute. I'm sharing again. Yes. Nuclei is the plural of nucleus. Singular, it is called as nucleus. So it is the study of nuclear theory, nuclear structure. So all about nucleus we are going to study in this unit, right? You know that nucleus is, where is it found?
In the center of atom.
Right, in the center of atom. Who proposed this nuclear theory? Anybody knows? Rutherford. Have you heard the name Rutherford?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have
Alpha.
studied, right. Alpha,
Ma'am.
alpha scattering
Experiment.
experiment. Through that
Yes,
experiment, this nuclear atomic model is proposed by whom? Rutherford, right? So what is the conclusion of its experiment, of his experiment?
There are some positive particles inside the atoms.
Right. That
And they are
no. That was not the conclusion. Positive. There is a positive, massive positive hard core at the center of the atom. That is the conclusion. And what are the constituent particles? It was known later on. Yeah. Okay. So there must be something massive at the center of the atom that repel the incoming alpha particles, because alpha particles means what? What is the charge on alpha particles?
positive.
Positive, right? Charge on alpha
Twice of proton.
right? Alpha particles are helium nucleus.
Nuclei.
Actually, yes. That contains 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Right? So you can write helium as 4-2, where A is 4. A means atomic mass number. And atomic mass number means what? Number of protons plus number of neutrons. And Z equal to 2, that means it is number of protons. It indicates number of protons. So where are these particles found? They are lying inside the nucleus. So these are the constituent particles of nucleus, protons and neutrons. And where are electrons?
In the orbit.
Yeah,
Orbit. The
revolving
place.
in the orbits, revolving around nucleus. So they are not the part of, yes,
Nucleus.
part of nucleus. So only 2 particles, that are protons
Neutron.
and neutrons. These are the constituent particles of nucleus. Together they form nucleus. And actually, if you go in deeper, protons are again composed of subatomic
Quark.
particles. Yeah, quarks. They are called as quarks. Good. Quarks are also of many types, right?
6 types.
Right. Which 6?
Up, down, strange, something like that. I don't remember, but there are 6 types.
Right. There are 6 types of quarks. Based on that, they will have, these quarks are also having some charge. Okay.
Yes.
Because of the number of quarks and their charges, they are added up and we get positive charge on proton. Up quark, down quark, right?
Yes.
They are having certain charges. I'm not going in detail because this unit doesn't cover that. In second unit, nuclear reactions will cover some kind of some part of this theory. Okay, so you can go deeper and deeper, no doubt. On net you can get this information. So just remember here that this positive charge of protons are due to charge on these quarks, right? Neutron is, yes, having which charge?
No charge.
No
Neutral.
charge. They are neutral, right? Very good. But actually they are having some charge. But these charges, they are cancelled because of the charges on quarks,
Quarks.
right? So that's why they become neutral. But actually they are having the particles having some charges. But here protons are having the combination of such quarks that when the charges are added up, the charge remains positive here, but here the charges cancel, so no charge remain on the neutrons. And in general, we say that neutrons are neutral. Okay, so here in this unit, only we are talking about protons and neutrons, no electrons, because this is nuclear theory, right? So various properties of nucleus we have to study. Which properties? Mass, nuclear mass, then nuclear charge, nuclear density, nuclear volume. All these properties we have to study in this unit. Then various nuclide. One more term comes here, nuclide. Nuclide is like species, right? Nuclide, general nuclide, we can write X, A, Z. Like this, I have represented helium as nuclear species. A, Z and X. X is any nuclide having mass number A and atomic number Z. Okay. For example, O nuclide can be represented as 8 and 16, where Z equal to 8 for oxygen and A equal to 16 for oxygen. Okay. Of course, this is one nuclide. There are similar nuclide which are having same atomic number, Z equal to 8, but different mass number. So those nuclides, they are called as same atomic number है और different mass number है, उनको क्या बोलेंगे?
Isotopes.
Good, isotopes. They are called as isotopes, right? So there are so many elements naturally found in nature. They are having same atomic number but different mass number. They are called as isotopes of each other. Okay, so all these were to study. This topic is there, small topic. Then another property, nuclear spin and magnetic moment, that we have to study. And based on that, the application of this nuclear spin is nuclear magnetic resonance, NMR. NMR. म्यूट योर माइक. किसने आंसर दिया था, उसका माइक ऑन है? background noises we are getting. So NMR, Ritik Kumar Tiwari. Thank you. NMR is nuclear magnetic resonance, and also one application, famous application in medical physics, medical field, you can say, is MRI. Anybody knows what is the full form of MRI? R must be for resonance, M for magnetic, because these are the relative phenomena.
Magnetic
Magnetic resonance,
imaging.
imaging, right? Imaging. Now the name itself is self-explanatory. There should be magnetic field, use of magnetic field to create some kind of resonance phenomena, and it is used for imaging purpose, right? So very useful technique for taking the inside body organs images like tumor, various tissues, broken tissues, muscles, or bones, all can be observed with the help of MRI technique. MRI, CT scan, you are familiar with these terms. In general, every common people knows the word, but what is its full form and what is its working, they don't know. But you as a physics student will come to know what is it, right? How the images are taken. What is physics behind that? Okay, so in first year only you will come to know. Then nuclear binding and nuclear structure. What is the composition? Just I have discussed with you. It is composed of two types of particles, protons and neutrons. Then how the particles they are bound together inside the nucleus. There must be some kind of force that keeps all these particles together in the nucleus. Otherwise, they will be scattered apart, right?
Yes.
That is not the case. Then there must be a strong force. Which force? It is called as nuclear force. The strong nuclear force. There is another force, weak nuclear force also. But the force behind binding of these particles inside the nucleus is called as strong nuclear force. Okay, and if we break apart these protons and neutrons from the nucleus, and another element will form, that phenomena is known as breaking apart. उसको कौन सा फिनोमेना बोलते हैं? फ्यूजन बोलते हैं कि फिजन बोलते हैं?
Fission.
Fission, because it is breaking apart. Nucleus is broken, and it is not easy, mind me, right? Breaking apart the constituent particles from the nucleus is not an easy phenomena. It requires a large amount of energy, or large amount of energy is released, you can say, during the fission. So you might have heard about the nuclear bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II, right?
Yes.
So that large amount of energy was released, and that energy destroyed the two cities of Japan completely, right? Many casualties, and in generations, future generations also, the effects of these radiations, they are observed, right? So this is very important phenomena, destructive also. But at the same time, if we use the nuclear energy properly, they are very useful also. So you know that all the is useful also because large amount of energy is generated. If you use it in controlled manner, this is very important word, controlled manner. If we use this nuclear energy, then it is useful to mankind, right? So research is continuously going on how without any adverse effect of radiations, how it can be used in our day-to-day life, right? So nuclear reactor is available in our Mumbai, very own Mumbai. कहाँ पर है?
BARC,
Good. What is the full form?
Bhabha Atomic Research Center.
Bhabha Atomic Research Center, right? In which nuclear reactor is there. वो ऐसा राउंड शेप स्ट्रक्चर है, देखो बहुत बार ऐसा ये आता है डायग्राम, बिल्डिंग का डायग्राम ना, कौन ये ऐसा, सॉरी, राउंड शेप स्ट्रक्चर, दैट इज द बिल्डिंग ऑफ BRC. वेयर इज इट लोकेटेड? कहाँ पे है? चेंबूर, राइट? चेंबूर मुंबई, BRC चेंबूर मुंबई. So research is going on there continuously, not only generating this energy but various phenomena related to nuclear physics. So if you want to pursue MSc or PhD, you can go there. MSc is not available. PhD you can do there in nuclear physics. Okay. So next phenomena is, next topic is radioactivity, nuclear stability and radioactivity. So not every nucleus is stable. Some nucleus, they are unstable. So they are known as radioactive substance, that you know, right? So heavy element generally they are radioactive. So which kind of radiations they emit? Alpha, beta and gamma radiations. So of which alpha and beta are particles and gamma are rays, right? So alpha particles का आप ray बना सकते हैं, beam बना सकते हैं. So those alpha particles, they are used by Rutherford in his experiment, right? So to prove the existence of nucleus in the atom. So that model is called as Rutherford's nuclear model. And the experiment is known as Rutherford's alpha scattering experiments. So these radioactive elements were to study their emissions of these various kind of radiations, then decay series, because continuously they emit the radiations. So one element, it converts into another element into third element, then fourth element. So such kind of series is created. So original element is suppose uranium. It will be converted into another by emitting one alpha particle, or then beta particle is emitted then. So it depends. So naturally occurring series are formed. These are called as radioactive decay series. So there are 4 such series that we have to study. Then these activities, the word activity is used for emission of radiations. Then half-life period, you might have studied this in chemistry, I think 12th, 11th, 12th, right? Half-life time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So some kind of calculations also we have to do, calculate half-life time of any radioactive element. Then radioactive decay rates, radioactive dating phenomena, then radiations observed in our homes, what are the sources of radiations in our homes, that we will see. Biological effects of radiations, how to calculate radiation doses. There are different units of these radiation doses, and how to calculate, how to convert one kind of unit into another, that we will see. Different hazards and beneficial uses of radiations. So application part also we have to see in the end, and of course problems based on this formulas. Okay, so this is our outline of syllabus. Sears and Zimanski's University Physics, including modern physics, 14th edition, written by this gentleman, Young and Friedman. We have to study, and this is additional reference, Indian author S.N. Ghoshal, Atomic Physics, published by S. Chand. Right. Of course, I will upload the notes on Google Classroom, which you have to join. Right. So how to join? I will give you link. You have to click on the link. You have to download app, Google Classroom app, right? And then click on the link. You will get the directions according to do and join the classroom. Before that, you must have Google Gmail account. Okay, Gmail account is must for joining Google Classroom. So that you will do. Okay, जिनका नहीं होगा create कर लो Google Gmail link, sorry, Gmail account, and use that to join the class. So WhatsApp groups are formed. Physics का भी किया है. I hope you have joined that class group.
Yes, ma'am.
So on that group only I will upload the link of Google Classroom. Separate Google Classroom link will be there for each unit, right? तो फिजिक्स के 6 क्लासरूम होंगे आपको, 6 टीचर्स के. सो बी केयरफुल. सभी क्लासरूम को ज्वाइन करेंगे तभी आपको नोट्स मिलेंगे, अदरवाइज वो मिक्सअप हो जाता है. सो इट इज गुड टू सेपरेट, टू क्रिएट सेपरेट क्लासरूम. ठीक है, ये सिलेबस भी मैं उसमें अपलोड कर दूंगी. So don't worry about the material. No need to buy the book because this reference book is very big book. इसका प्राइस भी बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है. It's not needed. If you want to read it, you can go to library. Okay? So very soon, maybe if the college reopens and we can meet in the college, then you can issue the book from library for 8 days, 1 week, and read it and then return it back like this. Okay. Otherwise, each professor will give you notes in PDF form and they will be uploaded in respective Google Classroom. Okay. So let us study, review our portion. These properties of nuclei we have to see, but before that I will show you, I will discuss with you what was the first atomic model, right? Atomic model proposed by Thomson was plum pudding model. It is called it was called as plum pudding model, in which it was imagined that this positive charge is distributed all over the atom uniformly, and in between we are having these electrons embedded, right, in this positively charged portion, a round shape sphere, positively charged sphere, where this positive charge is distributed uniformly. This was the model proposed by Thomson. So it was compared with Christmas pudding, in which the background, this positive charge was pudding, and this plums or dry fruit, small parts of these dry fruits, they are attached on this pudding. So this was the for comparison purpose. So this was the model earlier proposed by Thomson, but Rutherford's experiment changed all the concept of atom. What was the Rutherford's model? This was the model in which he proposed that there is a massive positive hard core at the center and the electrons are revolving around this nucleus in orbits and in fixed orbits, and there are discrete orbits. That was proposed by next scientist. Who was that scientist? इसके बाद जो theory आई वो कौन सी थी? That was proposed by Niels Bohr. Bohr's atomic theory, right? Atomic model was proposed. Because इसमें भी कुछ drawbacks थे Rutherford's model में. What is the energy and all, that was not proposed by Rutherford. So actually this experiment was not performed by Rutherford but his students, PhD students. कौन थे वो? Marsden, Ernest Marsden and Hans Geiger. So these two students of Rutherford conducted this experiment. Which experiment? Alpha scattering experiment, and made this history. And then they took the observations and the conclusions. They are submitted to Rutherford. Rutherford was professor there, and his students conducted that experiments. But the name, because Rutherford published the paper on this nuclear model and proposed this theory in 1911, so the name comes as Rutherford only, but actual work was done by his students. Okay, so what are the conclusions we will see through this video? You can see the orbits of electrons. So they are continuously moving in orbits, right? Or how orbits, the name comes, they are following, these electrons are following a particular path, right? In circular path, they are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, so particular orbit we can trace for a particular electron. So that the word comes from there. I will share this again with sound, otherwise you will not get the sound. Let me know whether you are getting voice clear.
Rutherford's alpha scattering
Voice is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
experiment. The credit for the discovery of the nucleus of an atom goes to a British physicist, Lord Ernest Rutherford. Shown here is the diagrammatic view of the famous gold foil experiment conducted by Lord Rutherford. The radioactive source, rich in alpha particles, was kept in a thick lead block with a narrow opening. The alpha particles were confined to a narrow beam by passing them through a lead sheet with a slit. An extremely thin foil of gold was bombarded with these fast-moving alpha particles. The scattered alpha particles were detected using a rotatable detector, which has a microscope and is screen-coated with zinc sulfide. The whole experimental setup was placed in an evacuated chamber to prevent scattering by the air molecules. These striking particles caused scintillations on the screen. Based on the observations, Lord Rutherford deduced these conclusions. As most of the alpha particles pass through the gold foil without any deflection, most of the space within the atoms is empty. As some of the alpha particles were deflected by large angles, they must have approached some positively charged region responsible for the deflection. This positively charged region is called the nucleus. As very few alpha particles experienced the deflection, it was concluded that the volume occupied by the nucleus is very small. Since alpha particles, which are comparatively denser, were deflected by the nucleus, it shows that almost the complete mass of the atom must be within the nucleus.
So what was the experiment? The setup was one lead box which contains, what is there inside?
Radioactive substance.
Right, radioactive substance, because it emits alpha rays, right? So alpha particles, source of alpha particles is any radioactive element. So through the narrow opening, they are called as slits, you can say. Through these slits, the ray is collimated and then it is allowed to bombard on a thin gold foil. And this gold foil is so thin that it is just one atomic layer only. That means atoms, let me take pen. Layer of one atom thick layer of only one atom, right? So flat screen, very thin layer of a thin foil of gold metal is taken. Then what is the observation? You can see most of the rays, they pass through this foil and bombarded on the screen. Scintillation occurs there. Scintillation means lit up of small amount of light because of the interaction of alpha particles with the zinc sulfide material which is coated on the phosphor screen, fluorescent screen. Okay, so that was the observation. Most of the particles, they are passed through this without any deflection, and some that went here, some deflect with large angle and come here, some even backscattered. That means almost 180 degree angle was there, right? Bombards and took the same path like this, right? And all these detectors detect the presence of those alpha particles, right? So what was the conclusion here? The 3 to 4 conclusions are there, that as most of the alpha particle pass through the gold foil without any deflection, most space is empty. Where? Around the nucleus. There should be something at the center which is positively charged. Why positively charged? Because alpha particles are positively charged, so they are reflected to the that means like charges repel each other, so they must be repelled by the massive hard core at the center, right? That was its first and second conclusion. As some of the alpha particles were deflected by large angle, there must be positively charged region which causes this repulsion. So this positively charged region is called as nucleus, right? And third, very few alpha particles experience the deflection. That means the volume occupied by the nucleus is very small here. Most of the space in atom is empty without anything. Of course, electrons are there, they are continuously moving, right? So sometimes they are called as electron cloud also. Then since alpha particles which are comparatively denser, they are deflected by the nucleus, it shows that almost the complete mass of the atom, whatever mass of the atom we calculate, that must be concentrated at the nucleus, right? Because there is empty space and electrons are lighter particles. That means whatever mass is the mass of this atom is due to the mass of nucleus only. So you can say that this is denser structure, and we are going to calculate density also. You will see the figure, the number, it is very large, right? So that's why its density must be larger. So these are the important conclusions after taken by the Rutherford's team, you can say. Okay. So this previous knowledge you should have. That's why I discussed about this. Okay. इतना कम स्टूडेंट क्यों है? कितना आते हैं आपके मैथ्स लेक्चर में? अराउंड कितने रहते हैं मैथ्स में? Anybody noticed?
30.
30?
Yeah, ma'am.
अभी कितने हैं? 22 इंक्लूडिंग मी, मतलब 21 स्टूडेंट्स है, बट एडमिशन तो बहुत लोगों ने लिया है. Anyway, please attend the lectures regularly, क्योंकि कॉलेज कभी भी खुल सकता है, ऑनलाइन एग्जाम नहीं रहेगा अभी. हाँ, और अगर खुल गया, बहुत लोग इसी के इस पे होंगे कि कोई एग्जाम में तो हम कॉपी कर सकेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होगा. हाँ, एग्जाम्स अभी ऑनलाइन नहीं होगा, कभी भी कॉलेज खुल सकता है, ऐसा दिख रहा है, राइट? यू कैन say that the college can reopen any time in future after November. तो आपका जो फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर एग्जाम होगा तो मे भी ऑफलाइन भी हो सकता है. तो स्टडी रेगुलरली, अटेंड द लेक्चर्स, ओके. और कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज भी होती है, उसमें भी पार्टिसिपेट करो, बिकॉज ये कॉलेज के दिन होते हैं, वो बार बार नहीं आते, राइट? ये 3 इयर्स आपके फर्स्ट ईयर सेकंड ईयर में आप पार्टिसिपेट कर लो, फोर्थ थर्ड ईयर में आपको ज़्यादा कंसंट्रेट करना होता है आपके स्टडीज पे. तो ये फर्स्ट 2 इयर्स आपको मिलते हैं कुछ पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए, तो उसमें भी पार्टिसिपेट करो. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि खाली स्टडी करने से ही सब कुछ मिलता है. ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट, कॉलेज लाइफ मतलब उसी के लिए रहता है, ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट के लिए भी. ओके. तो डीएलएलई एक्टिविटीज के बारे में मैंने बोला था आपको, इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था, इफ यू रिमेम्बर. अटेंड किया था इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम? हिमांशु ने किया था शायद, हिमांशु पांडे. So
No, ma'am.
you were absent?
Yes. When कब हुआ था मैम?
ये इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम हुआ था 7, 8 और 9 सितंबर, 7, 8, 9, राइट? और उसके बाद फिर ये गणेश चतुर्थी, गणेश फेस्टिवल का वैकेशन हुआ था 5 दिन, और उसके बाद फिर लेक्चर्स चालू है आपके.
मेरा एडमिशन गणेश चतुर्थी के बाद ही हुआ है.
अच्छा, हाँ, इसलिए. तो ये our student, ये Chinmay Shinde, he will explain you about extension activity. Okay, then we will stop. चिन्मय 5 minutes में ही करो क्योंकि इनको नेक्स्ट
ओके
लेक्चर भी
ओके
होगा.
मैम. हाँ मैम, इनको ब्रेक मिलना चाहिए ना, इसलिए
हाँ.
समझ गए. ओके, ऑडिबल हो ना प्रॉपर्ली मैम?
हाँ
मैम मुझे होस्ट या फिर कोस्ट बना दीजिए मैम.
हाँ ओके, 1 minute. चिन्मय शिंदे लास्ट ईयर डी डिवीजन में ही था. अभी इस साल वो ही इज
Yes.
स्टूडेंट मैनेजर. ही विल एक्सप्लेन इन ब्रीफ व्हाट इज एक्सटेंशन एक्टिविटी. इस साल भी उसने लिया एंड ही एंजॉयड अ लॉट. चिन्मय.
Yes, yes, I will share
Yes.
my experience with you.
यस
So, is my screen visible to you all?
यस,
Okay.
फुल स्क्रीन करो उसे.
Let me turn off my video. Okay. So, hi guys. I am Chinmay Shinde. I am student manager of DLL unit of our college. So, DLL is Department of Lifelong Learning and Extension. It is a part of University of Mumbai. So, what's DLL? Basically, the vision of DLL is to create social awareness among the students while learning, and our mission is to reach the unreached. These are the name of the teachers from respective department, those who are involved in the DLL unit of our college. Okay. So you may ask why to join an extension unit. So here are the following reasons to join: personality development, opportunity to do social work, soft skill development, entrepreneur skill development, enhances employability skills, benefit of 10 grace marks, and many more, like communication skill, presentation skill, group work, teamwork, and leadership skills. Okay. So what projects are offered by the DLL unit? So these are the projects offered by the DLL unit. You have to select any one of them. SWA, status of women